Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and let's get ready for EJ Boxing Live.
EJ Boxing Live here. EJ Boxing Live here.
I mean, what you think? Did you like the episode?
I want to hear you first. I was there. I was there depressed for 6 hours. So listen, I've done finished my burned out. I burned out. I already put my stuff out on wax. Go ahead, you do. I want to hear you.
I'm lost for words, man. They tricked John, man. What else is to say? They all tricked him. Sansa tricked him. Bran tricked him.
Yeah.
They tricked him. They tricked him out of the throne. Even Tyrion a little bit. Tricked him when she told him like, yo, we can rule together. You know what I mean? Like she basically told him like, you gonna have an input on the what you call it, and he killed her.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I saw. But they try to put it in like he
and then like nobody like. I guess what they saying that people saw Drogo fly with her body because
yeah, he did.
I'm about to say nobody else came in the room. Like there was people that was like, "Yo, Drogo just saved Jon because they're not gonna know she dead." I guess Jon must have told people that he killed her.
It's messed up, man. That it? You done?
Yeah, I'm done. I'm finished.
McGregor,
what's good, man?
You see it?
What, the ending?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's gash.
Go ahead, bud.
No, look, I've been... every time I've talked about it this season, I've been saying it's been gash, and people have been telling me, no, it's good. It's been building up and 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 building up. Right?
Mm-hmm.
To be absolutely crap.
That's
like, I don't know what to make of it, man. None of it makes any... I mean, some of it kind of makes sense in a weird way, but I mean, the greatest thing I see in this entire series, like, outside of, like, visual stuff, the only thing that gave me any feelings was Brienne writing that thing into the book of Jaime's life.
That was nice. Yeah, that was nice.
That's the only thing that made me go, wow. The rest of it was all fucking garbage. Like, I mean absolute garbage. It's been going down the hill since the end of season 4. And they're there sitting there. It felt more like it was a comedy show than anything. Like when they're electing a new king. And dude gets up. Dude who we've seen like in 7 episodes total.
Mm-hmm. Charlie, he's actually legally Lord of the Riverrun. So he would have a right to be king.
Yeah, sure. He probably would have a right to be king, but at the end of the day, do you want to know something? Nearly no one knows who the hell he is.
Mm-hmm. Who don't know who he is?
Nearly nobody. I remember so many people tweeted, right? You can say who don't know who he is. So many people tweeted saying, "Who the fuck is that?"
That's because they don't know Game of Thrones.
I mean, when you have over 150,000 tweets, I mean, it shows how relevant... No, hold on. I'm not going to do the whole defensive shit. It shows how relevant he's been in the actual show. Not in the books, but in the actual show itself.
Yeah.
He wasn't hardly really seen.
And then when he was, they was mocking him. They were mocking him when they see him anyway. They were making him... Go ahead.
He had a chance to capture the mountain, to help him capture the mountain. He messed that up. Then the shit with the Mills. He's the whole reason why Robb Stark got in a beef with the Karstarks, because if he would have never took the mill over, they would have never captured Martin and William Lannister. So the Karstarks would have never killed them. So he did play a big part in it. He the one that got married at the Red Wedding. So he played a big part in the show, if you think about it, especially from the North perspective.
You call that a big part? Mate, I looked at how many episodes... No, I looked at how many episodes he's been in. How many episodes of Game of Thrones are there? 66. Mm-hmm. How many has he been in?
About 3. Red Wedding, he took an art. Then it was before the Red Wedding, let's say 3, 4. 4.
You realise this big character was in the show less than Prince Oberyn, right?
Look at this. It's not. You gotta think. You're thinking about how many episodes you're in. You gotta think about what you do when you're in the episodes, right? So let's think.
But
about
in the episodes, he didn't have a lot of dialogue.
If he didn't attack, that Robb Stark would have caught the Mountain, right? So that's just one part. That like the Mountain would have got killed early. Robb Stark would have killed the Mountain if it wasn't for him.
That's a good point.
Yeah,
that's a good point. Good, it's a good point.
Then on top of that, right?
He's relevant. He's definitely relevant. He's relevant.
He's the one that.
Yeah,
he's the one that captured Martin and William Lannister, a 14 and 15-year-old boy, when most of the other people would have let them go, because they're not even good hostages. So you might as well just let them go. He the one that captured them. So he the one that. Then after that, the Karstarks killed them. So that was a big thing, because if the Karstarks never would have killed the 2 Lannister boys, they would have been a part of the army, and then Robb would have never needed to go do the Red Wedding shit.
Okay.
Like,
yeah, I completely agree with you. George R.R. Martin's version of it, he's important. Dan and Dave's version of it, he's absolutely nothing. Yeah. He was roasted. He stood up and roasted. His relevance to the viewer now has become nilpoint. That was literally just for jokes.
A lot of people don't pay.
That was sad.
A lot of people don't pay attention, so I can see why they would think that. But then you got to think about when Tommen sends Jaime out of the capital. Jaime goes to Riverland again, and they bring him out again. Like
I know all that.
And then I knew. Then like another thing that I thought that they was gonna bring him back in the show, because I knew that because when they was rallying for the dead, but I guess they didn't want to. It was a chance that he could get killed off. Like when the North was fighting against the dead, I thought almost he was gonna pull up with troops helping. But he pulled up when the war was over.
Look, I get he's relevant, right?
Remember the whole time I kept saying like, "Yo, Jaime gonna come through with the tally on me." Like I kept thinking, cause Jaime saved them, so I kept thinking that he was gonna pull up with them.
Yeah, man. Hey,
yeah, because you had faith in the writing. The writing was gash.
No, the writing was. You know what it is? What you call it? Like you gotta. This is another thing why the ending made no sense, and that I seen. Like it's supposed to be more people involved, but they're cramming characters into like one character is taking 2 to 3 people part. So that's the part that's messed up. Like Gendry has a brother. And some of the stuff that happened to Gendry really happened to his brother. That didn't even happen to Gendry.
Yeah, we know that. We know that.
Melisandre pitting the leeches and stuff and getting the blood. Mm-hmm. That wasn't Gendry. That was Gendry's brother that happened to. One of Robb Stark's other bastards. I mean, Robert Baratheon's other bastards.
Yeah, that's a fact in the book. It's a fact in the book. But are we talking about the book, or are we talking about the show?
We're talking about the show.
I'm saying the reason why the show doesn't. Some parts of the show at the end, I understand why they make sense, because they're tying characters together.
Yeah, I know, but we got that. But what I'm saying to you overall, there, right? Well, McGregor, because McGregor was actually trying to finish his point, right? His overall is that was for something that. And George R. R. Martin was telling them it should have been 10 episodes. You know why now, yeah? And what you just said makes sense, right? But, bruh, that was so disappointing. Like, bruh, like, it was like, what was that? Like, you've come out every show, and, like, people say that this season was whack. I don't think so. I think this season was good, right? It's just the ending was rubbish, yeah? You come out every one minute. You come out every episode, but especially me, and I feel something. Like I've been feeling something like, oh, that was good. This was that. Oh yeah, I can't wait for next one. That one is that how we're finishing? We're finishing like, why was fucking on the one before? Why was Varys writing them notes to do what? Like why was Arya riding that white horse to go where? Like stuff just don't make no sense.
No, that made sense because she said that she didn't want to be a lord of a castle. She was gonna be.
Yeah, but then she done that. Yeah, but they done it like the end. They say up like she.
That would make sense if she had have used that horse to go somewhere instead of just going straight up to them.
Yes.
I thought she was going to leave and do something, but no, she just shows up behind John.
It don't make no sense. Yeah, go ahead, McGregor. You was
and this, so another thing that's trash that they built like mad things that they. The whole show, right? The whole time, right? Cersei was building that one of her brothers is gonna kill her, right?
Yo, hold on. One minute, YG. McGregor, you burnt and you said that was it. Like, you have to let McGregor finish his thing. Because you're getting off on a tangent now. McGregor didn't finish his line off. So let McGregor burn, and then you can come back with...
No, you got McGregor, my fault.
Yeah. Go ahead, McGregor.
No, it's killing him. No, it's just like... When she shows up behind John, it's another comedy effect, really. Because I just laughed at that. I didn't feel as... I was just like, well, what's the point of that? Like, if you go through the entire series, right, people were complaining about the Starbucks mug. 15 million an episode, yeah?
Yeah.
And they can't prove that out. Plot holes galore, like, where it's just, you see a plot build, and then all of a sudden you're in the scene, and what led to it? Like, John was talking with Tyrion, next minute he stabs Dany.
Mm-hmm.
He was conflicted and arguing with him. 2 minutes later, he's stabbing the chick. He spent more time in that cell with Tyrion than the scene of Dany being killed.
That's not what you were going to say. I thought you were going to say, how did they take John's weapons when he went to go talk to Tyrion, but he had his weapons when he was going to talk to Daenerys? Oh. That was the crazy shit. Like, yo, once she got to the throne and they see what she did, nobody should be able to come in her presence with their weapons. Like, that's like, if they not a guard, like, nobody should have their weapon in her presence.
YG, hey, Spencer's here. Let me get Spencer. Spencer, give us your take on Game of Thrones, bro.
What else? Listen, bro. What else could they do to end that? You can't do nothing more than end that. Yeah, I mean, from the White Walkers got kill off, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be hard to top that. Do you know what I mean? Because that episode was absolutely fantastic. What are they going to do to top that? You can't do nothing to top that.
It's true.
Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, it was like, what was it, 2 weeks ago they upset everyone when they kill off my little black chick.
When it's yeah.
Right, everyone was vexed. Everyone black was cussing, right? But, so what are they going to do to top that? So my girl Daenerys burns down the whole place, which is heartless. But, yeah, I mean, it's heartless. So, alright then. But what is this? Okay then, Jon Snow kills her, and they manage to lock up Jon Snow.
Yeah, and send him to the cold. Send him. They send him back into the cold with nothing, and everyone else. Tyrion's got his hand back. He got his back as the hand. Like, he's all right. Like, how that work, man? But everyone's cussing Bran the Broken.
Why they cussing?
No, because Bran ain't. What did Bran do in the whole of his journey that warrant him as being the king? Like, why did they put him as the king?
He's a Raven, brother. So, you know what I mean? I think he saw in the future anyway that he was gonna be king. But you remember, like when he said, like, he can't talk the future, it will change. So maybe he knew off of that yeah, he's gonna be king because he's gonna rule justly, and not only that, but he's a youth now. Now that he's a Raven, he's not emotionally involved. So a lot of these people are making decisions because of emotion, and Brandon's not going to make no decision as like when it's not emotional. It should have been Jon Snow that was the king, but end of the day, you could see Daenerys she was changing, brother.
I liked her though. I don't think she was a bad woman. I just think she was.
Nah, she was changing, brother. She was getting heartless, boy.
Yeah, but them people in King's Land, they weren't no good either. Then the other day they were throwing shit at Joffrey. They threw shit and piss at Cersei through the streets. One of them, they're mocking them. Them people are not they try to portray them people as innocents. They weren't innocent. They weren't all innocent. I'm not saying them little girl deserve to die now, but they weren't as innocent as that.
Kids were dying as well. I'm just being realistic, right?
Yeah.
Kids were dying as well.
Yeah.
And when it was gunning Joffrey and throwing shit at at Cersei. You know what I mean? She deserved that. Shame.
What about Ned? What about Ned Stark when they were cheering for his head to get cut off?
No, that was jacked up. I ain't gonna lie to you.
See, there you go. They're the same people. They're the same people. They're the same. And the reason they ran into the keep is because they thought Daenerys was gonna bun them up outside the thing, which is, well, you know, you can see why now. They run into the wrong place, mate.
They did run into the wrong place and they got a death, boy. That was a vicious death that they got. So, you know what I mean? So as much as we could turn around and say, you know what I mean? Game of Thrones is an excellent show.
But that's killed it though, isn't it?
Yeah, but the ending but the talk is they're gonna make a prequel, innit? So
yeah. I'm not. It's not. Yeah. It's done for me, man. It's done.
Yeah. But you know what? It's good because it did captivate the whole wide world where everyone was talking about these things. It's all good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all good. I'm like I said, the memories of Game of Thrones has been, what's it been on for, like 5 years now?
No. Is it 5 years? Is it because of the gap?
9 years. 9 years.
9 years, McGregor. 9 years. 9 years,
but I've been watching for about 5. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
Bruv, it's been worth every. It's been excellent. I mean, the Red Wedding. Come on, man.
Oh, the Red Wedding was that Red Wedding was good.
Right. Yeah. So that's it. So like, Game of Thrones done what it's done, man, and it'd be very, very difficult to top. Like I said, after the White Walker got killed off.
Yeah.
I mean, the Night King got killed off. What else? I was lost. I was saying, right, the Game of Thrones is finished now. I don't care who's on the phone or not. It's finished.
But what do you think about the way they went through and the way they done Jon Snow, man? You know what I mean? This is Sansa. The King of the Six? What about the King of the Six Kingdoms? King of the Six Kingdoms. Why didn't everyone else declare independence then? When Sansa, she can get away with it, but the rest of them can't even ask for independence. Like, that's long, isn't it?
No, but they've had their independence for thousands of years. It's not new. They've always had their independence. But they just had collaborations with the head of state.
Yeah.
I mean, big. You know what I mean? Like I'm saying, how do we expect this one to end? I was like, remember I told you, for once I saw the White Walker get killed off, the Night King get killed off. I said, the show's finished as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Right?
I wish it did, Spencer, but it didn't. It dragged on to something bad, mate. The whole of everyone's. I'm not the only one. Twitter is getting flamed up. McGregor.
No, I see everyone getting flamed, but I'm saying like, I got to detach myself from the foolishness, yeah. Because I still got to pay my mortgage at the end of the month, so it's like I'm not going to get too drawn into this thing. It's a very good show while it's lasting. It had so many good memories. I've had so many good memories of the show, so it is what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But Grey Worm's a gangster. Don't get twisted.
Yeah. Well, Grey. Hey, listen. I was Team Daenerys all the way to the end. I still think she should have got the throne. I think she should have sat on the throne before Jon Snow got there, and she should have called the Unsullied before bloody Jon Snow rolled up and jam her in a jammer like Judas. She got stabbed in the same place that her dad got stabbed. You know that? Look at that. In the same kind of way, innit? What, they kill off the Targaryens. I think Jon Snow's the last one now of their line. He's the last one with that blood. Actually, you know what? Maybe Gendry's got some blood, because I think they've got some blood in the Baratheons, actually. So they've got some Targaryen blood there, but...
No.
Robert Baratheon's got Targaryen blood, innit?
No.
Has he?
Yeah, he has. He's great Aston Orys. Yeah, they're cousins of the Targaryens. Yeah, they got blood. They got Targaryen blood. So when they got on the throne, they said he's got a bit of Targaryen blood in him. Yeah. So Gendry's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Gendry's got a bit. They've got a bit, but it's not as pure. It's not. Well, Jon Snow's got more than him in it, but they still got the lineage still goes through them. That's why when they got the throne, they was like, he's got a bit of Targaryen blood in him. That's why people could accept him. Yeah. So that's that, innit? Anyway, people are just burning right now. McGregor, yeah, you was saying, innit, McGregor? Go ahead.
I'm just fuming, like, in a sense. That's Spencer, right?
Yeah, Spencer.
Yeah, what Spencer was saying is after the Night King, the show kind of did end, because it was all built around Winter is Coming for years and years and years. The very first scene we seen was with a White Walker. And I've been invested in the show since it first came out. The very first airing over here in the UK, I was watching it 9 years ago, and I've read the books, and I've been heavily invested. And the one thing that really gets to me the most about this is how fast the ending of The Night King was. How much better it could have been if they had have done the whole King's Landing, all of that, the liberation of King's Landing, burning it down in that sense as well, and wreaking half of the armies, and then they go after the Night King, and it ends in a brutal fest of only a few left.
Yeah,
that would have been so much stronger.
That would have been the best ever, wouldn't it? That would have been beautiful, man.
Or if they wanted to go with this ending, when Jon got back to the wall, he would see that there was when he went to the other side of the wall, he would see dismembered wildling bodies. And one of them starts to rise up, and they have to burn it again, realizing that the Night King hasn't gone and leave us on that cliffhanger for a future.
Yeah, instead of them just walking into the forest. Just walking into the forest. Where's he getting out there? It's freezing. Like, that's the first thing that bothers me.
I don't know why he's going into the forest, man. This isn't Lion the Witch and the Wardrobe. He ain't Aslan.
Yo, man, I'm just saying, yo, you had nice warm beds, fire, everything. Yeah, and Tyrion, look, man, you see, what's it? Why is Thingy the Bronn of coins? Man wants to open up the brothels, mate.
Yeah, straight away.
Oh, and who's the one looking after Bran the Broken? Who's looking after? What's his name again? The Podrick. Podrick is a Night's King. Come on,
yeah,
man.
no, I'll be straightforward. I love that Pod as a knight. I love that Brienne said Sir Pod.
Come on, man. He's not no freaking. That's a joke. That Podrick can't fight, man. He can barely fight. And Sam Tarly as well. That's why people can't take it seriously. Sam should have been dead. Podrick should have been dead. Realistically, they should have been killed off. Better men have been killed off. What's his name? Stannis. Yeah, Jorah thing with his Jorah. Better people have been killed off, yeah, on the show, and you're left with them people running you ruin the small council. Come on, man. Tyrion should have.
What's Bronn doing? What's Bronn doing there as Master of Coin?
Bro,
let me rebuild some brothels for feeding people.
Yeah, it's a joke.
Come on,
it's a joke. People, that's what I'm trying to say to you. Yeah, in that respect, yeah, that's where it's like, yo, well, is this funny? And then they bring the Book of Fire and Ice, and Tyrion's not in it. Like, why did you do that for anyway? That's stupid. What's that about? Like, why are you putting the book of that everyone's reading? I'm gonna call it, and Tyrion's not in it. It's like it's some sort of joke, or I don't know. I didn't get it, man. I was like,
I think that's a precursor for the books. Precursor for the books. Yeah. I think they're trying to give us a hint for that Tyrion actually isn't in the real adaptation.
I don't know. Could be anything. It's just disappointing. There's so many things I could talk about. But you know what, like Spencer said, man, there's so many good memories. But you know what, so many good memories, but does that one take the whole thing? Does it? Does that last one take the whole thing? And we had
it doesn't, man. I think we're just being spoiled.
Yeah, that's right. I agree with Spencer. I agree.
We're just being spoiled because what else was they going to do? You know what I mean? Like I said, what else was they going to do? The show's given us everything we needed to see, you know? Right? That was it. So they were trying to end it on a philosophical note, you know what I mean, and a moralistic note as well, you know what I mean? But it is what it is, and it's done now. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean? And like when it comes to series, it's one of the best series ever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's one of the best series ever. But you know what I mean? They do this like great things. It was like, you know what I mean? The finale of Sopranos went no better.
Oh yeah, Sopranos and Broadway Empire. There's been quite a few.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The Wire as well.
The Wire was excellent. Don't get twisted. The Wire was excellent. The ending of The Wire was excellent. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But there's been nothing else. That's
Breaking Bad and Prison Break.
I've never watched those shows.
I've watched them. Breaking Bad is fantastic. Didn't really like the ending of Prison Break. I thought Dexter was great until the ending as well.
Dexter was terrible. Yeah. You're right. There's not that many shows end up on a high, but Game of Thrones is the number one show, yeah, and number one thing. They just like is YG still in it? He bounced out. He's bounced, didn't it?
He's bounced.
He always does that. He runs away all the time. Here, YG. You know what I mean? I don't know why he does that. But anyway, yeah. It's hard. It's hard. It's the way you know what. For me, I just couldn't believe that Jon Snow killed Daenerys, man. Him, like even thinking about it, it's like that. It don't feel right. It don't feel right. It don't feel right that he killed her. And even in the way he did,
right, but it was the right thing to do.
I don't think it was the right thing to do.
It was, man. She was gonna go on wicked. Like,
I would have liked Sansa, you know, like Arya, to do something, get past the guard, or some sort of battle, to get through, to get to Daenerys.
You say so called a battle, like Daenerys can't fight. She does not have the.
No, but she got guards and that. Kill Grey Worm. You know, kill Grey Worm, kill some people to kill some of the Dothraki.
I'm glad Grey Worm never did. I like it.
Yeah, I like that.
I don't know, man. I don't know. She might not be able to fight, but she can take down an entire city with a fucking dragon.
Yeah, exactly.
But the dragon. Why let's talk about the burning of the throne. The actual Game of Thrones. What was that about it? I wasn't.
That's because they knew Bran was going to be king, and they knew he didn't need a chair.
Oh, yeah. Yo, people get in on the Brandon. McGregor's deep, you know. Hey, you know what? Yeah, the thing is, you burn on the throne. I was like, yo, bro, that's your ancestor. You burning it down. Yeah, what was the point of you burning up the thing? He should have burned up Jon Snow. Hold on, isn't she supposed to be magic? Fire can't burn her, you know. Fire can't burn her, but knives can kill her. See, ain't she got magic in it? Now think about what I'm trying to say to you, yeah? Fire can't kill her, but this knife can kill you, and that's it.
Yeah, the knife's serious, though.
That don't make no sense, man. I thought she had magic in her. Like, you should...
She only got magic against fire, man. Because she's the mother of dragons, that is it.
Yeah. Well, she was trying to make love right there in the throne room, man, with her nephew. Bro, she's crazy, you know. She didn't care.
Does Jon also have that magic, like the fire thing? Because, like, that dragon breathing that close to you, that would melt you. That would melt you.
Yeah.
The heat that was going towards him, he didn't melt, and his clothes didn't even get singed.
Well, I got another one for you. Yeah? How comes, yeah? This thing about didn't the building got destroyed by the dragons? Didn't it? The castle, right? So how come the small council's intact?
Because that was in the future. If you remember, they like grew Tyrion's beard more. They grew Jon's beard more. Like if you actually watch it, it shows that was a bit of time apart. So they had been rebuilding.
Good gosh, really? Okay, all right. Well,
they tried to show that in the people's faces rather than in like the timeline itself.
Same to me. I didn't know.
Like, if the castle is one thing, think about the fact that there's no longer any ash on the ground anymore. The buildings aren't covering soot anymore. They were cleaning. They were rebuilding.
That was quick. What about? Okay, I've got another one for you. What about the idea, yeah, when the bloody army, that the whole of the Dothraki army are back again, and the fucking Unsullied, when we saw them get wiped, we saw the Dothraki almost get wiped out, and then all of a sudden they're back.
They come back strong.
Yeah. You're funny, you know. They kept us strong, yeah. No, Spencer's funny. No, man, that's crazy. People are not. Yeah, come on, man. That's this. Yeah, but you know what? It's a TV series. I can't. You know, I shouldn't be invested like that. But I am though, man. I can't. Spencer's right though. You understand? There's certain parts in that Game of Thrones, yeah, that you think about and it will never go. The Red Wedding, the Battle of the Bastards. The Battle of the Bastards. Is it Blackwater Bay? When Stannis came aboard, Hard Home, you know what I'm saying, and the last one that's there, like the battle.
Even just little things, like little lines, like a man has no name. Like,
Jack and Garden and thing, yeah, that was good. The faces thing, innit?
What the heck? Why wasn't Jack and Hagar in this series? You felt like he was going to come for retribution on Arya. Was that just it? Like he was there to train her to take down the Night King or something, and you knew that all along.
There's loads of things. What about the Second Sons? Are they still in Marine? Why didn't the Second Sons come and join her? You know, Tyrion's been shafting her all the way around. You know, he's been shafted. He was the one who told the Second Sons to stay in Marine, you know, and rule there. You know what I mean?
True.
Tyrion's been doing her the whole way, man. He's been shafting her the whole. He's the reason why her dragons have been the numbers got knocked down, bruv. He's the main reason. He should have. Varys should have been dead long time. Varys the one who recommended Tyrion. Like, and she you know what? Daenerys is not all there, you know. Cause like I look at her, it's like, yo, she's she wasn't a very smart leader. She don't know what she did. She had no idea, man. She had no idea what was going on there. The Targaryens are crazy. They're actually crazy. Incest. She was gonna have sex with her nephew. She didn't care. She was nah, bruv. But she did give Jon a good proposition. They were going to rule together, though.
Yeah, Nah, man. You should have it.
I'm gonna be honest. I would have taken that proposition.
I would have. Alright, let's talk about that proposition. How good would it have been if they ruled together? I think it would have been good.
Nah, it wouldn't, man, because Jon Snow weren't really. They wouldn't rule together though, because he still answered her, because she was the queen.
Yeah, but he's sleeping with her, Spencer. You know what I mean? When man's rolling her over, Spencer. When man's got her bent up, yeah, you know how she is, innit? She's all over. You know what I mean? And the
She's crazy as well.
Yeah, and the dragons liked him as well. He had it in. He had it in there. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? But you know what she was looking for? Everyone's thinking she's going to roll up on Sansa because Sansa wasn't going to bend the knee. But people think Sansa wouldn't bend the knee. Sansa got bent, but she got bent over by a bloody, what's his name again? Ramsay. So she would have definitely bent over. She would have got bent over by Ramsay. She got bent over easy. Sansa's not as strong as what she thinks she is. All you got to do is roll up to her and put some heat on Winterfell and she'll bend over. She'll you know what I mean? She'll take a knee. And that would have been it. I don't understand, like, Arya, look, everyone was more interested in Arya was going to kill Daenerys. That's what people were talking about. You know, they were building that up to see what. You know what people are upset about? Jon Snow should have been the one to kill the White Walk, the Night King. Jon Snow should have killed the White Wing. He deserved it. Not Arya. He deserved it. It was cool though. She did it. But in retrospect now, Arya killed the Night King. Then what? Then what did she do after that? Like, is that it? Like that, I'm just gonna sail out to some parts that no one's been before, and that's it.
That's it.
The storyline.
Yeah, man. Arya Columbus, man.
I don't like that Columbus one, you know. I don't like that, you know. The Columbus that guy was evil, but you know what I mean. We could say another guy.
Yeah, because we can say that Arya is like morally correct and everything, considering how many people she's murdered just because of revenge.
Yeah. Well, they're trying to make out like Daenerys killed more people in that one thing than all the other bad people. I don't know about that because them Lannisters, that was the Tywin's been killing from when he was been a little boy. He killed that people. He killed the house of He killed the house. He killed the house of Casterly. He burned all them lot. Then he sacked the city and killed the Dawn Princess and smashed their head and got them out and raped the woman. You know what I mean? And then he killed all the people at the Red Wedding. Bruv, Tywin probably killed more people than Daenerys, but they're trying to make out like she killed more people one time.
Didn't they say that he had over 100 wars or something like that and he never lost one?
Tywin? Yeah, probably. But Tyrion, but you see how Tyrion spun it? Tyrion Jon Snow's an idiot, bro. How you let that little midget? I don't like Tyrion, innit? I got to hate him. I don't like the way he was operating.
I used to love him. Yeah. I thought he was the best in the show for a long time, and then like his character just
he was good when he was the
he got neutered.
Yeah, he was good when he killed his dad. That was it. He basically became a hobbit and this thing looked like a bum. And why didn't he get a shave all the time? I swear he was with the Hand. He was with Daenerys. So how come he didn't get a trim? The whole time he's looking like a bum the whole time. All he was doing, yeah, I mean, the worst operation he ever did, yeah. And when he told the Daenerys, yeah, what we need to do, convince Cersei, yeah, let's go down there and get one of them bloody, the walkers and bring them back to King's Landing. That was the Daenerys right there and then could have just burned them all there. Then it would have been over. She could just burn them right there. They were all there. That's there. Let's bring them. And she had 3 dragons at the time as well. 3 dragons. She could just burn them. Anyway, just whatever, innit? Whatever.
The game's the game, brother.
Yeah.
And I'm tired. I'm going to my bed, so I got an early start.
Alright, let's play this up.
Man. Thanks a lot, gentlemen. Take care.
Alright, man. Take care. Bye bye. This me and McGregor still here, man. They're stalking it out. Me and McGregor, we're trashing Game of Thrones, mate. And rightly so. Hey, you should hear bloody D-Star. D-Stars is so that's the worst ending ever of a TV series. I couldn't disagree. McGregor, you still there? I think he bounced as well. Okay. So it looks like I'm left by myself right here. Anyways, peoples. But that was Spencer Fearon, that was McGregor and YG. And yeah, man. Sorry that we're burning it up, but I guess it needs to be done. We'll catch you on the next one. I still want to hear from Zone, actually. Actually, you know what? Let me see if I can find Zone. I call him directly. Because Zone, he'll go in, man. Zone's he's not gonna hold nothing back. I'll tell you that right now. He's Zone. He just left. Where's Zone? There we go. Zone boxing. Call him right now. He's not gonna hold back. Yo, Zone.
Yes, what's up, man?
Yeah, we gonna man. That we live right now, yeah. So we recorded. Let's hear your take, man. Let's hear your take on the Thrones, man.
Oh, hold on. Give me a second. I want to make sure you can hear me and all that kind of good stuff. You can hear me good?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. Well, you know what? Actually, you know what? I was really pissed off yesterday. I done a 6-hour hangout yesterday, and I was really pissed off. But I'm getting better. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on for a second. I said, hold on for a second. I just want to make sure my microphone good. Last time
I know you're gonna burn for a minute, bro. I know you're gonna burn in. You're gonna burn worse the Dragonfire right now.
Man, let me tell you something. Okay, so let me start from the top.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like the show. I didn't like this particular episode. Hold on for a second.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like.
Yo, what's up with your mic, man? Come back to your mic. You sound far away.
Yeah, I am. I'm just moving because it was crows outside. I'm about to say something about it, so I did. Brand sent some crows outside, but no, man, I didn't like the episode last night. I still like the series. I didn't like the episode. I didn't like how it ended, but I do understand what they're trying to do. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It was terrible, man. All right, let me go on. So, what I didn't like how it ended, but I get it. So my interpretation of the show is that actually, when you go back and you look at episode when Ned Stark got his head cut off, this episodes make sense. Because I kept trying to figure out how this makes sense. So what I did was, I said, okay, all the Starks are in charge. The Starks pretty much came out on top. I didn't want to see that. But the reason I didn't want to see that is because I got caught up in all the other characters. I started, gravitating toward Daenerys. I started looking at all the Sullys. I like the Missandei. I like the Grey Worm. So I never really liked the Daenerys, per se. But I did start liking her decisions toward 7. Well, I ain't gonna say 7. Really, after the Bells, I liked her decision to unleash on with the dragons.
Mm-hmm.
But when you go back and look at the episode, and when Ned Stark get his head chopped off, and then you think about the ending, you kind of satisfied in a weird way. If you always been sensitive toward the Starks and you always wanted to see the Starks win, and you go back and you look at the Red Wedding, and you think about what happened to Robb, you think about what happened to Catelyn, then the Starks came out on top. So in the end, even though Ned Stark got his head chopped off, Robb Stark got his head chopped off, and Catelyn Stark got a throat cut, they kind of won the throne. They started off cool, and nice and all that kind of stuff, but they ultimately ended up winning the throne. Now, when I look at it like that, I'm okay with it. It's just that the Starks won. I wanted to kind of see something different because I had got attached to different characters, but I'm good with it when I went back and looked at it. But initially, I hated the episode. I felt like a lot of people feel like the season is rushed. I don't feel like the season is rushed. That's not the problem because it's at the end. We at the end. We at the last, the last leg of the track, and we already know who, right? So we already know that I don't need to get, for me, it's for me. I didn't need to get an extensive, elaborate, complex twist at the end of season 8, nor really 7, because I knew who the characters was. I mean, a lot of characters don't been killed, knocked off. So it was go time in the last season. It was action and reaction time. Mm-hmm. And that's not my complaint. My complaint is not that it was rushed or whatever. I like the long episodes. I like the fact that they got down and got busy. But I didn't like how the last episode ended. But when I went back and thought about it, it just put the Thrones in position that Ned Stark wanted. Ned Stark made all them sacrifices. He kept the secret. Mm-hmm. Just so when you think about it, Ned Stark kept the secret. He protected Jon for a good reason. That paid off because ultimately Jon ended up stabbing Daenerys and killing Daenerys. But we gotta remember that the Mad King did kill Ned Stark's dad and his brother. You see what I'm saying? So that's kind of like an undercover revenge type. You know, they took down the Targaryens. They killed the last of the Targaryen bloodline. You know, Sansa went through everything that she went through. She became the queen of the North, like Ned would have wanted to, and then they got to be independent, like Ned would have wanted, and just like Robb was doing. But Robb didn't get to see it through. He got his head chopped off. So they paid that back off by saying, well, you know, that sacrifice turned into Sansa being the queen of the North, and a little bit way more smarter, and they're independent. Also, Bran, of all people, instead of him, even when he lost his legs and all his brothers died, basically, outside of Jon Snow, all his brothers died that was the heir to the North, he ended up spreading that and becoming the king of really, they say 6 kingdoms, but he's really the king of 7 kingdoms because we know his sister is independent though. That's like a backdoor deal. So one of the most powerful guys with the use of magic is sitting on the throne now. And again, Ned Stark won. So you see what I'm saying? Ned Stark won. And then his not even his bastard, but his nephew, who ended up taking out the Targaryens, he ended up commanding a wall, and we know that wall come with power. I mean, even though they got vows, it's weird. They kind of like a branch of the military. You know, they kind of like a Coast Guard type of branch or whatever. But we know they guard the wall. But in reality, we already know that Jon are really free because it's not like he's confined specifically to the wall, and we know he's not gonna keep the oath because we don't seen Jon have sex with wildlings before and break a lot of his oath time and time again. So he may restructure the whole way the wall is really ran. You know, in my opinion. So he started back on. He got what he wanted. He always wanted to know who he was. He figured it out, and the motherfucker started from the beginning. He said he wanted to go to the wall, and he ended on the wall. And he got to find out who he was. That's the 2 things he wanted. He wanted the wall, and he asked Ned to tell me about my mother, and he got that whole story. Now he's satisfied. Now he run the wall.
Yo, man, come on, Joe. Yeah. Go ahead.
Listen. I was. If you would have caught me last night, man, I would have flamed it.
Yo, I was pissed. I fell asleep. I quit like 2 hours later. I was simmering into the middle of the night. Me and thousands of us, we were going in on that joint, bro. Yo, just listen. This shit is mad. Yo, you even being polite, bro. You being polite, man. This shit was messed up, man. They messed up. Yo, bro. There's only good memories I do. I know. But shit, they done messed up the whole damn thing, man.
No, I ain't gonna say that.
Yo,
I ain't gonna say that. Not the whole thing.
Yo, that show. Oh, well, I mean the whole thing now. I'll be more specific. The show that's the season ending. That shit, bro. The small council, bro. The small council. Right. Come on now. Yo, bro.
I don't like it. I don't like it. But I realized that that's what they did. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, the Starks won, and everything from the Stark lineage paid off. I didn't see that coming. I mean, in a sense, rightfully so, because the Starks did get fucked up a lot. I mean, they were displaced. They got raped. They got beheaded. They got their throat slit. So those 3 or 4 really with Jon, because now he chose really to be a Stark. But here's the thing. Jon could have changed that. I mean, Jon could have been took the throne. Yeah. Jon could have made different decisions. Jon decided to be a Stark, and he wanted to stay loyal to his Stark roots. So that changed the dynamics of everything. But in all reality, Jon could have been on the throne.
Yep, he could have shared it with Daenerys, man. They could have ruled together. She was cool with that. She was cool with that. Wherever she was cool with that, you know. But they were saying, Arya's gonna stab her, and Sansa's never gonna bend the knee. I said, yo, Sansa bend the knee for Ramsay. She bent over for Ramsay, so she's definitely gonna bend over thing, man. That's what I'm thinking. That was my thinking, and I'm like, yo, man, it's like we was just talking this before you got McGregor and I was talking to Spencer Phillips from Sky Sports, and what they were saying, it should have ended on the Night King. That's how it should have ended. They got it backwards. They should have done this first, and then they should have done the Night King after, and then it would have been better that way. What do you think?
Now I'm gonna say this. I think what they're doing, because what it's about is not over. See, in my mind, and I could be wrong, we think it's over. I think this shit is finna start over, and I think they laying the groundwork for what they consider a dream of spring. I mean, I know they gotta do the books. They're probably gonna go to the long night, but they calling it blood moon, I think. And when they get done with that, you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna come all the way back 10 years later, 5 years later, and then they're gonna continue from the money that they made off this. 5 to 10 years later, John will be a little bit older in real life. Sansa will be older in real life, and they probably gonna pick up from there, and the kingdom probably gonna be fucked up again. My thing is this: I would have been okay if they ended with this one thing, and it would have been fine for me. All this would have been corrected if they would have had Jon go to the wall. And remember, one of my predictions was that he was going to take the Night King spot. I wish that if he should have went beyond the wall, and I wish that he would have somehow, the children of the forest would have captured him and turned him into a Night King, simply saying that it always have to be a Night King. And Jon's backstory fits being the Night King well. When you look at his whole story, Targaryen he killed his first love got killed. His second love turned out to be his auntie and his heritage. He had to pick between the Starks and Targaryen. He got both royalty blood in him. I just felt like he was a perfect candidate to be turned into the Night King, which they may do. That's what they may be alluding to.
I hope not, man.
Man, I'd like to see Jon turn into the Night King. And that's what I believe is going to happen.
Yeah, well, anything's better than what we saw there. You can think of alternative endings than what we saw there. Where did I start now? Like, that's the start of it. Okay, let's talk about the Independents now. The Independents, we know why Sansa got it, but why didn't the others say, we want independent? Arya was supposed to get independence when Daenerys got the throne. She said, we want independence. She go, alright, I'll give it to you. So would you help me get the throne and I'll give you independence? She did. You're not Arya, Yura. Why didn't Yura say something for the Iron Islands? Why didn't she say something?
It seems like she did. That's what I'm saying. See, this the thing. This is why I hate the ending, because it wasn't really an ending. They left it open for the show to continue, to be honest with you.
Okay.
For real, they can really do a whole new season off this new shit. And I'm pretty sure, because look, now they introduced a new Dornish character. They got all the leftover characters on a small council. Jon, y'all know the spot. Y'all know where everybody at. They left it open because it didn't really truly end. That's what people pissed off at. They kind of killed off some people to clear some space, and now we're in a spot to where it can continue. I'm telling you, that's what they did. That's what they do with these shows now, man. They're not trying to lose. Now, coming back to the real world, these people trying to make this a lifetime thing. These people are not trying to close the chapter on Game of Thrones. They're trying to get as much money out of this as possible. George R.R. Martin has found his bread-winning career. That's like me and you. If me and you had this shit, me and you would have wrote it the same way to piss people off, and we would have left it open so that me and you could continue writing the book. That's what people do nowadays with these series. When you look at the Marvel Universe, it continues and it go on and on and on. So only thing that ended was the Songs of Ice and Fire. Because in the real world, in their world in Westeros, there's more than one story. It's not just about the Seven Kingdoms. I mean, you got Essos, the Summer Isles. You got a lot of stuff and lore that comes along with Game of Thrones that you could talk about. That's why when they go back to the prequel of The Long Night, they're going to have a whole new cast, a whole new characters, and we're going to get sucked right back into Game of Thrones because we want to know what happened. We want to know about The Long Night. And then once they conclude that, they're probably going to go back forward and finish off with Dream of Spring, and we're going to see an aged Jon. If he's still alive, he might be dead, like Jon Arryn when we come in. And that may kick a series of his own. Sansa may be married and evil by then. You know, you just don't know. Bran might be dead or something. Maybe Tyrion does something. You don't know what they're gonna do because they're leaving it open. That's what they're doing. They're leaving it open so that these people continue to show and make their money. That's what they're doing.
Well, the way they left it open, man, they left it wide open, and then, I'll be honest with you, I'm putting a shot to it. I'm putting a stop to it. I think because they went too past the books, and this is why when people, George R. Martin said he wanted it 10 episodes, he wasn't happy with what they're doing, and you can see why they crammed it in. Like YG said, they tried to cram everything in, and something they were doing because he was trying to. Because when it first started, they kept it very close to the books, right? They kept it very, and then after they teared off, and they ain't gone back since. That's why you got what you got here. You know what I'm saying? That's what you got here. An alternative ending. It's the same when they did X-Men, right? And he has Xavier kill it. Xavier died. Everyone knows Xavier doesn't die in the X-Men. Ain't no one believing that shit. It's the same with Game of Thrones. Like, dude, you killing off like two of the... like Jon Snow. Why Jon Snow getting the fucked up fuck end of it, man? Why is he sending to the black in the bloody cold and Tyrion's out there in the warmth and everything, man? I said, no, that's the wrong, man. That's wrong, man. But then he did make his decision now. He did make his decision. That's on him. He want to go there and kill Daenerys. Even now, I still can't get the why he killed her, man. He didn't kill the Night King, but he gonna kill helpless Daenerys when she trying to make moves on him. You know what I'm saying? That's like crazy, bro. That's crazy, man. So you finished roasting, or you got some more? You got some more left?
No, I ain't like that. See what happened with me, man. I'm gonna tell you. I started to like Daenerys. See, this my problem. When I started, the reason I didn't like Daenerys is because Daenerys lived up to her potential. She'd been through a lot of stuff. She earned the right to make the move that she wanted. She did what she had to do. And I used to hate the hesitation of the dragons, locking up the dragons, and just being too lenient and too naive on the structure. See, this how I felt like Dany was. Her problem was she would be too nice, and then when she can't take it no more, she would have these big blow-ups. What she had.
Yo, dog, you breaking up, man. You breaking up, dog. You doing that breaking up thing again.
Yeah. Outside the house now, man. I'm outside the house. I'm about to get ready to move around and stuff.
Oh yeah, you right now. You sounding right now. Go ahead.
Okay. But yeah, man, I didn't like how she was indecisive. End of the season, to me, her burning down King's Landing and making a move was a decisive decision. She made the decision to move it, and I started liking her then. Mm-hmm. You know, it wasn't effective. It's just that she made a decision on her conquest. See, before she used to be back and forth. One day she'd be good. She'd lock her dragon up for the people. She cut people head off. She won't. She was going back and forth and listening to the wrong people to me. Mm-hmm. But this season she finally became who she was supposed to be, you know, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. But she just I don't like how Jon killed her, man, because I felt like she had more. I didn't feel like she was mad like they were saying. Mm-hmm. I feel like she knew what she was trying to do. I did not like that. I didn't understand why Jon got convinced by Tyrion or Lannister to kill her. It just didn't make sense to me that he had that much influence on Jon to make Jon kill Daenerys. Yeah. That didn't make sense to me.
Because Tyrion go get... Hey, man, Tyrion need to get that work, man. I said, yo, if they going to kill Tyrion, he been fucking up all the way. Why not burn her, man? He upset about his brother. Yo, his brother wasn't good. His brother was the one who done broke Bran the Broken. Then his sister, look what the sister be doing. Sister be out here doing a whole heap of messed up shit. But you crying about them. Daenerys ain't done. Daenerys been having a bad time the whole way, and you out here. This dude was no good from that. Tyrion Tyrion should have been dead, man. I didn't mind him getting burnt. I said, yo, burn this little ass. He be out no good. I can see what you see. They call the king the mad, yeah. I'm starting to think the king wasn't mad. I think everyone else was mad. That's what I'm starting to think. That's what I'm starting to think out here, bro. Because
I'm starting to think that too. Yeah. I agree with you.
You know what I mean? They call him the Mad King. I don't think he was that mad. Look, think about this, right? So the Mad King's in his palace, doing his thing, scratching his scabs, because he's getting stabbed from sitting on the throne for too long. And this dude rolls up. I'm talking about Ned Stark's dad, yeah. Rolls up in there, walks straight into the throne room and demands, yeah, that your son brings back the thing. The king's like, who's this person? Who are you? Lock him up straight away, right? And because the thing is, yeah, this is what Sansa talked to Daenerys the same way. The first time she met Daenerys, like, look how she looked up and down. It's like, yo, these people, the Starks have been disrespecting from the start, bruh. They've been showing no respect. Then the brother rolls up to save his dad, and the king said, yo, you want your brother? There he is. Yeah, he had that noose around his neck and he burnt the dad. And that was that, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Nah, man. I don't know if the king was all the way mad. I'm just saying. He seemed like that at the time, but these people are disrespectful, man.
Yeah, I see your point about that. And I do agree that the Starks, you saying that the lure and what they tell us might not be entirely accurate. Well, and I agree with that.
Yeah, the way, if you look at perception, think about it. You're the king, right? Zone, you're the king, whether you're mad or not. I come in, yeah, as one of your subjects and demand telling you to do something, bro. Well, come on, man. No one advised you. Who are you to come into my throne and tell me? And furthermore, if my son run off with a girl, that's their thing, innit? Instead of coming to me, why didn't they go look for Rhaegar? Why, instead of coming to look for me? You know what I'm saying? Why are you looking to me for that's my son, like you're gonna, so what if, and this now, Zone, what if the king did what that Ned Stark's dad actually did? Then how would people look at the king? Wouldn't they look at him as weak if he went and told off his son for doing that? I don't see how where they were going, where they was going when he decided to roll up. I think it was a lack of respect, man.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's a situation like you're saying. I believe the story might not be totally accurate. Like they said that already. They said, hey, the stories are not all the way accurate. Sometimes they're a little bit exaggerated. And like you said, with Ned Stark supposed to have beat Sir Arthur Dayne, we come to find out that's not even true. We found out that Rhaegar did not kidnap Lyanna like they said. That was not true. So a lot of the stuff in Game of Thrones are, accurate, not true. A lot of it's legend, a lot of it's magic, a lot of it's religion. It's all over the place, and it can be more than one solution or one situation. But you're right. See, the reality may be the Mad King might not have been mad, because if they saying that Daenerys is mad for what she did, and that's their perception of mad, that's stupid. Because I don't care what nobody say. Everybody's been worse, have done worse than that. You talk about a war on King's Landing. What do you think happens in a war? I don't understand what people were looking for. So Dany to me made the right decision when she went in there and she burnt it down and all that, man. Because if then you looking at how Tyrion acting, he probably released his sister in.
Oh man, I pressed the wrong one. Zone, I pressed the wrong one, man. Shit, my bad. Let me see. Yeah, where was we at? Yeah, this one, isn't it? My bad. Yo, sorry about that. Sorry about that. Go ahead, Zone. Ah, man.
Yeah, you good.
Yeah, you breaking up a bit. Yeah, you breaking up a bit. Ah, man. Go ahead. Yeah, you fine. Go ahead. You sound alright. Go ahead.
Hello?
Yeah, you fine now. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, I agree with you, man. That's just the bottom line. I agree with you with Daenerys' decision. I like who Daenerys turned to at the end. And I think it's fucked up that they called the lady mad and tried to go against her. She was just trying to liberate people. And King's Landing was the worst place of all to liberate because it's filthy. Yeah. And people were talking about the kids and all that, but you gotta remember, one of the kids, he tried to turn in Arya head for a bag of gold.
Yeah.
I mean, these kids be going around like stumping people out, taking their money, beating up old people, trying to rape.
Breaking up there, son. Go ahead, you're breaking up there. Go ahead, son. You're breaking up there, son. Go ahead.
Yeah, you gonna have to wait till I get in my spot, man. I gotta. You called me at a little bad time. I'm gonna hit you back in about an hour.
Oh, you gone? Oh man, we sound alright now. Go ahead.
But you called me when I was finna get set up, but I got about an hour to burn, then I'm gonna I get back with you.
Alright then, fair enough though. Alright, thanks for that, yo. Alright, man.
Yeah, so I can be a clear spot.
Yeah. Alright, man. Peace out, bro. Yeah. Alright, so that was Zoe, man. Yo, we talking that Game of Thrones, man. He was making some real good points. Like, he made me think about things. Man, in Game of Thrones, everything is up to interpretation. That's what it's up to. It's your interpretation of how you see things. In my interpretation, the Mad King wasn't mad. Alright? The Mad King wasn't dead. And today is Game of Thrones roast day. You know what I'm saying? We gonna roast that Game of Thrones right now. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, come on, son. Like, some of the stuff, like, be popping, yo, come on. Game of Thrones, why? Jeez. It was a lot cool. I think I called, YG was getting off on some, so let me hear my guy, YG. YG was getting off on one though, wasn't he? I had to just reel him back in. Let me see where he at. New conversation. Where's YG? Yeah, there he is. Cool, YG. YG, man. He's done, man. He ain't got nothing more to say. McGregor ain't got to say. Zone had his little piece. I had my take. So you guys, I'll leave it up to you guys. What do you think? Game of Thrones roast day, the final finale. I'm EJ Boxing Live, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.
DJ Boxing Live here. DJ Boxing Live here.